Good afternoon, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 12. This is going to be a little bit unusual today. It is Sunday. I am leaving for my overnight like I normally do on Sunday, but I'm going to go to an area I rarely go to on Sunday and into Monday morning. So this area is going to have more opportunity for blackjack and a little bit less opportunity for slots. I'd like to make some bigger hits today, if possible. So I'm setting myself up to play more blackjack and a little bit less slots. A couple things I want to go over with you. Number one, I talked about, like for the last week of last year, I talked about a credit card that was going to be coming through for some money. I was waiting for it and waiting, and finally it did come through. The points hit my account about a week ago. I did not cash them out because I wasn't sure which way I was going to go with them. So I had 270,000 points, and generally with American Express, if you have points and you want to cash them in for actual money, then you'd only get 60% of the amount in cash, which means it would have been $1,600. Is that right? Yeah, I guess it would be. $1,620 if I had converted it to cash. So with our spring break trip coming up, I decided to try to see how many points it would cost to actually do the trip through American Express. And mind you, I tried to do this before and it seemed like it was so many points that it wasn't really worth it. It was going to be annoying and all that, but I've learned a little bit more now, and I actually ran the trip through, leaving from here to Las Vegas and then coming back from Las Vegas. And here's what I figured out. I can get the trip from here, stopping with one stop, and then going on to Las Vegas, and then on the way back, I would have to leave Las Vegas at 1 a.m., which was not the most ideal thing, but that's the only thing that was going to work out. And it would cost 271,000 points. Now I have 272,000 points in my account, and so I decided to go ahead and do it. So the total was $2,724.40, I believe. So that amount of money is basically free money that I got. I was going to run it through Southwest, which was going to cost $3,500 for the same trip, but I actually got it cheaper, and I got 100% on my points. So all that is good. So now, adding on to that, I think we're flying American, I believe. So American charges you for bags, and American Express, the version that I have, will reimburse you up to $200 for bags. So I'm going to go ahead in the next couple days and add the bags to our trip and pay cash for that, or not cash, but card for that. And then American Express should reimburse me for that. So we'll actually get that for free. I'll just max it out, whatever, 3 bags, 4 bags, whatever it takes to $200, because I'm going to get that money back anyway. And that actually opens up a lot of things, because not only will we have a carry-on, but we'll have bags that we can bring things back with us if we want to. We don't have to worry about, okay, it's a blanket and it's going to take up a lot of space, so we're not going to bring it back. We may bring it back because now we do have that opportunity. So yeah, that's what's going on as far as that. In the last week or two, I don't know if I mentioned it, there was a water heater that was needed, and I used points for $390 worth of the gift card toward that water heater. I did that on my Pepper app, which is a way to get gift cards discounted. And the way it works, let's say you buy a $100 gift card, you get points, then you have $5 in points to use toward another gift card. So I used a bunch of those points and got $390 toward Home Depot. And today, as I'm leaving for my trip, my family is going to the movies, and I had $10 worth of points left. I used that toward a gift card for the theater, and then I just read off the gift card number to my wife. She put it in the website, and she bought gift cards online with the gift card. She bought movie tickets online with the gift card, and now I'm going to get even more points. So just a way to get a little bit of extra money. On top of that, some of the side things that I've been doing the last couple of days, I earned a few $100 more on that. So everything is going really well. So what are my worst performers? I have two advantage plays that I am losing money on for the year, and one of them I wouldn't even consider an advantage play because I'm not that good at it, and I only had one session, and that is poker. I am minus 200 for the year on poker. And then second is I had that big losing session in blackjack. So the worst thing I have this year is blackjack, with a running minus 900 in blackjack for the year. So hopefully today what we do gets us into positive territory for the year on that. So that's what's happening with all that stuff, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, as I am finally getting close to my first casino, I wanted to let you know something that I heard. It's not for sure, but I'm hearing that it may be a possibility. The inauguration of Donald Trump will be tomorrow, and I know that they've put about 30 miles of fence around DC, 25,000 troops around DC. They say that they took the inauguration indoors because of weather, but from what I'm understanding here, that's not the truth. The truth is that there's a lot of scares going on. There are a group of people who plan on causing trouble and mixing it up with supporters of Donald Trump, and because of that, they may actually move the inauguration to midnight tonight. So on the 20th of January, just after midnight, that he may be sworn in then, and the rest of it just be ceremony. So I don't know for sure about that. It seems reasonable, but we'll find out about that. So hopefully not. We want everyone to be united, everyone to be together, everyone to work together and face common enemies that we all have, and that is not each other. So anyway, I am about 5 minutes away from my first stop, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back and just leaving this first casino. It was alright. It was busy, and I did get a chance actually to check most of the machines I wanted to, even though it was busy, and most of them were just not there. There was one that was really close. It was just out of my range as far as when to get in, and it was about $25 a spin, so there's no way I'm playing that when it's that far out of range. So anyway, we are moving on to the next casino. I walked in looking around, finding nothing, and then one of the machines I normally don't check until the end, I'm like, you know what, I'm already standing here, I might as well check it. The machines are empty right now, and who knows, when I come back later they might be full. So I checked it. I found a play at one of them, and I played that one through, and I ended up ahead just a little bit, like $30, so the 35, something like that. And then I played the other one and played that one through, and that one took about 30 seconds, and that brought me to being ahead a total of 75. Went around to the back, and there were some ladies getting up off a machine, and I'm like, perfect, this is one that I want to check. And but their voucher got stuck, so they had to wait. So I took the chance to finish out the place, and went to the bathroom, freshened up, came back around. They were gone, and it looked like someone had taken the play at that machine, but I still found a borderline play, and I played that one on that machine, and lost like $6 on that, and then found one more play around the front right before I exited on a machine that was full earlier, but someone had gotten up, and I did pretty well on that machine, and I ended my session ahead $254. So plus 254. I only saw one person I knew in there, and he was not playing anything that was beatable. He was just degenning, which is not good. So, and then there are some new machines that I'm still working out the exact numbers, the exact timing, the exact whatever you want to call it, to get in. And I think I'm getting kind of close, but as I'm closing in on the correct numbers, unfortunately, I never see them at those numbers. So that's all right. I have had 2 sessions on that machine, and both of them were positive so far. So that part is good, but I've watched a lot of people playing it and kept notes of how it plays and what it does and things like that. And the more I look at it, the harder I see that it's going to be to find it ever in position. So anyway, as I said, we are continuing on our trip. Temperature outside is 23 degrees. About half an hour before I got to this casino, I was in an area that was snowing very hard, and in fact you could hardly see the road. And now I am in this area less than an hour away from there. There's no snow on the ground, and it's not snowing. So really, really strange. And it's not like one is near a lake and one isn't. They're both in relatively close proximity and not near any kind of body of water. So anyway, today looks like kind of like a gloomy day outside. It's gray outside. It's cloudy. The roads are dirty, I guess. You know, when you have a bunch of snow and it gets cleaned up and you have all the dirt and nastiness left over on the sides of the road. Luckily, right now, traffic is not too bad. Hoping that will continue, and I'll come back and let you know what's happening. But moving on to the next casino, where I expect I'm going to have a lot of opportunity, and I'm going to hit a casino I normally don't hit, and we'll see if we get any chance to make any money there. So that's what's happening right now. I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back. Just leaving the second casino, and I pulled in and I'm getting ready to park, and I look over and I see a vehicle starting to pull out of a parking spot, and it looks familiar to me. I pull up and put my window down, look over, and it's a friend of mine. So stopped and parked over there, and he got out of the car and talked to me for a minute. We went inside because it's very cold out right now, and we talked for a little while, and then he went back on his way. We talked about maybe doing something together. I'd like to do some kind of a big play together, or go somewhere far away from the areas that I always go to, and try to hit them a little bit harder. So we'll see what happens with that. And then I went on, I looked at slots first, and I found nothing, which is probably good considering my friend just left and I wouldn't want him to have left anything. And then went and played a little bit of blackjack, and there was only one table open in the low limit area, and it happened to be the only stay 17 table. I'm like, why are people not playing this table? All the hit 17 tables are full, and this table is empty. Looks like someone ran out of money, and they had just a couple dollars on the table, and the spot was saved. I sat down and started playing, and things went pretty well. Didn't really have a lot of drama. Did all right. Ended up leaving on a negative shoe, plus $525. So plus 525 is good. Colored up. I walked away and looked at some slots. I found one play, which paid me $5, and then went to the poker room and cashed out. So that's it. I only bought in for $300 too. So cashed out $825 on the blackjack. So right now I'm moving on to another casino, and I'll come back and update you. But that place was plus 525 on the blackjack and plus $5 on the slots, and I'll be back. All right, guys, I just got a picture from one of my kids, and it is the roadways at home. When I left home, there was no snow, nothing. Everything was good. And right now it looks awful. So glad that I left when I did, and hopefully the roads are clean by the time I get home. I expect to be gone until almost morning, so hopefully that gives them plenty of time to clean up. I don't have work tomorrow, but I'm not sure if I'm going to play tomorrow or not. I may just play early in the morning and then in the evening again. I do have one free meal that I need to use that's a big enough comp for the whole family, so I may take the family with me in the evening, and we may hang out and have some good food and use the free comp that I have. That's tomorrow. So, but for tonight, it's going to be a long night. It's already dark, and I'm just getting started. And we're going to hopefully make a few $1,000s tonight, and you know, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Right now, there is zero snow, zero bad weather where I am. Temperature is 19 degrees, and I'll come back and update you soon. Okay, guys, I am back. So, not bad. We're still rolling. Everything's okay. And we're going to try something a little dangerous now. So, I don't know. I think I mentioned it a little bit earlier. It is snowing like crazy where I live. And in this area, there's no snow at all. I don't know. I haven't checked the radar here if it's coming here or not. But I just left the third casino of the day. I went in and played slots. I looked at one machine that had two very borderline plays that were very scary borderline plays. It didn't make sense to me to play those because the upside just wasn't worth it. And so I avoided those, and I went to another machine that looked like it was really good, and I played that one through. That one took like 30 minutes at a little over $1 a spin, and I only actually ended down $8 on that one. And it's kind of funny because this is a game that if I showed this to 20 advantage players, maybe 5 of them would know this game. So it's not a very common one. But I thought it was going to pay a lot better than it did. And then I did play some blackjack. I went into the blackjack area. There were 3 tables open. One of them didn't have any players. I sat down, I bought in, and just chipped away and just sat there and did what I do. Played the game that I play and acted the way that I do, and things went well for me, and I ended up leaving the table at the end of a shoe plus 600. So 600 more there. So we're doing pretty well for the day. And now let me tell you about what I'm thinking about doing here. I'm thinking, why not? I'm just going to go to a place that they really don't want me there and see what happens. I may or may not play blackjack there. I haven't decided. It's going to depend on the crowd that's there and if they know me. I would think generally most of these people aren't going to know me because I'm rarely in this area on a Sunday, and I'm never in this area in the evening. And it's been 6 months or more since I played blackjack there. So I'm thinking I may play, but I'm not positive yet. We'll see what the crowd looks like. We'll see what everything looks like. But they do have a few machines that are beatable, so we're going to go in there and see if we can pick up 100 or 2 on those, and then we'll decide what to do on the blackjack. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I'm back. So I have confirmation that the inauguration was not moved. It's still going to be at noon. However, there's some rumblings going on in the crypto market right now. Somebody who's about to be inaugurated released a meme coin, which I still don't understand all of it, but I'm staying away from it. But it went from 6 to 60 overnight, so who knows. But a lot of money came out of a lot of other coins, so I did double my stake in Ripple and XRP. So and I'm actually going to sell that stake, that second double down there, as soon as it recovers back to where it was. It went down by like 13-14%. So I'm going to ride it back up and then pull that money back out. It's not a lot, but it'll be like $400 or $500, something like that, or maybe a little bit more. So hopefully pick that up. I went into this place and it was really busy, and really I had a hard time checking machines, and I really didn't find many plays. I ended up making one play, and I made $4 on that one. As far as blackjack, most tables were full. High limit tables were not, but I recognized a lot of the people in the high limit area, and I really didn't feel like having, $3 or $4 or $5,000 out and then being told to leave and then not being able to cash out. So I decided not to play blackjack there. So all we made was the $4 on the slots, and I'm going to continue on to another casino, and hopefully we have an opportunity to make a little bit more money here. So let me see. I don't know if I was clear a minute ago, because my brain wanders sometimes. When Trump released his meme coin, a lot of money came out of Bitcoin and other coins to get into that one. I'm not into riding the train on these things, and I don't know where it's going to go. It could go really high or it could go to zero, but it even says right when you go to the webpage about it that this is not meant to be an investment. So I'm not even going to mess with it, especially since it's up 10x already. But a lot of money came out of other cryptos, and that's why I bought more XRP. So that's what's happening right now. We're moving on to another casino and hopefully another blackjack session, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. I'm re-recording this because my kid called me about the price of XRP. But anyway, I go into this place, and the plan is just to play blackjack. All I want to do, get another blackjack session in. By the way, before this session, I was finally ahead for the year. It's been so crazy. I've never had a bad January or February. Really, I have to go back and look, but all my Januaries have been good. And before today, I was negative on blackjack for the year. It's a small sample size, but I'm like, man, that's not the normal for me. Anyway, so I walk in, I'm looking around, no blackjack available, no blackjack. They have some screwy, stupid blackjack stuff that I would never play. And then they had, I'm looking at slots, there's no slots. So I go back, and I'm standing next to a blackjack game that's a okay game. And there's two people on the table waiting for them to finish up so I can sit down. They get up and they leave. The table is empty, but we're down to like the last couple hands of the shoe. And I'm like, okay, spread the cards. There you go. Spread the cards. And they're not listening to me, right? So I sit down. Only a couple hands in the shoe left. First hand I lose, second hand I win, and then the shoe ends. So I get a fresh shoe and start playing my normal game. And know that I would never normally sit down. If there's like 2 or 3 decks left, I'm not sitting down unless I have a very good idea of what the count is. But there was only a couple hands left. I min bet it until the shoe ended, and then started a fresh shoe and started playing, and just played my game. And again, today it's been nice. It hasn't been too turbulent. I won the hands I'm supposed to win. I lost the hands I'm supposed to lose, which is like a dream come true, right? Because if we're varying our bet and winning the hands we're supposed to win, we're going to win big money. I finally left at the end of a shoe ahead exactly $500. So plus 500 more. And so far so good. I'm happy about this trip so far. My boy said, Dad, I just want to let you know it's really, really bad weather, so be careful. He said, is it snowing hard where you are? And I said, no, there's no snow on the ground at all. And he was pretty amazed by that. And I said, don't worry, I'll be home, and we'll hang out a little bit tomorrow. So right now we are moving on to another casino, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. That was very eventful, but maybe not very, I don't know, it didn't pay well. What's the word I'm looking for? Not a very, I don't know, profitable session. I go into this place, and it's still pretty busy for this time of night. You know, it's late, it's after midnight, and I'm looking around. I see a small play right away, and I think about it, and I decide I'm not going to play it. It's not worth the amount of time and money that it's going to take to maybe hit this thing. So I move on. I make a couple small plays, and I'm I don't remember exactly where I was. I think I was slightly down. Yeah, I was probably down like $40. And then I see this play, and it's a machine that I'm still learning, and the play is at $30 a spin. And I'm thinking, I've got like $100 bill invested so far today at this location, and now I'm going to play a $30 machine. Actually, so I take everything back. I was ahead like $75. Now I remember when I got to that machine. So anyway, I decided, okay, I'm going to go for it. And I just said, okay, I didn't even think it through completely, but I think I would probably still do it. But the more I'm learning about this, I took kind of a bigger risk than I expected to as I'm learning the game better. So I started playing, and I put in my voucher, which is like 170. That lasts about 4 seconds. I'm fast playing it too, right? Then I put in 500, gone, 500, gone. And I end up involved for 1,500 total. And I hit, and it pays horribly. Actually, I've got a picture here, but it's not good for a $30 per spin play. It pays $1,428, $1,428. That put me ahead $19 for the day, and definitely wasn't very happy about that. I got a lot of points at a place that I don't need points at. So I waited until I got paid and all that kind of stuff, and then I moved on, and I found a couple other small plays. One I lost a little, one I made a little. And by the time everything was over, I'd been there for about probably close to an hour, and I made a profit of $35. So not exactly what I was hoping for, but we took the risk, and we didn't lose. So at least that's okay. I was planning on getting some drinks to take with me, but I forgot. So I've already left, and I'm heading toward home. Now, here's the interesting thing. I still don't see any snow. There's no snow on the ground. There's no snow anywhere. But yet, at home, just 100 and something miles away from here, 180, 70 miles away, it's supposed to be so bad that you can't drive the roads. So we'll see what happens with that. But let's do our segments. What did you eat today, MW? And today, after church, we went home, and my wife made a shrimp boil, but not a boil. It was more like a shrimp bake. So she baked potatoes, the small little, different color, different size potatoes that you get in the bag, and sausage, shrimp, and corn, which I went to the store. I can't believe you could still buy corn. It's been out of season for about 2 or 3 months, but I got that, and it was pretty good. She put some Old Bay on there, some other seasonings, and they made some of the biscuits that they make at Red Lobster, which I didn't have any, but I guess they're good. I don't need the extra calories, so I didn't have any of those. But it was really good. What I did have was really good, and I give it between a 10 and a Jack on a scale from 2 through ace. So that's good. So if my wife is listening, that's one of the highest ratings I give, so should be happy. And what did you tip today? Oh, wait, I also had some pizza at my fifth casino that I went to. I think fourth that I went to for the day. And that was all right, too. I thought I was getting, it looked like they didn't have any more pepperoni, so I got what I thought was pepperoni sausage, but it was a Meat Lovers. It had like crunchy bacon inside, and it was okay. For $5 a slice, could have been better. I would give it probably an 8 on a 2 through ace. And what did you tip today, MW? And I told you I just had a $1,400 and something jackpot today, and I tipped her $10. So $10 I think is plenty. Even $5 is okay, and she was perfectly happy and thanked me and everything, and she went away with a smile on her face. So what are you going to get out of it if you give them a 20 or a 50 or 100? I'm not hitting like 20 jackpots a day or something like that. So what's the point of that? So anyway, that's my wife calling. I'll be back. All right, guys, just got home safely. Everything is okay. Tired, getting ready for tomorrow. Gonna go inside, relax, get some sleep, and I'll be back with you guys tomorrow. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.